Secure remote access, empowering productivity. In the era of increased remote work, secure remote access has been crucial for maintaining productivity and safeguarding sensitive data. This presentation explores the key principles and solutions that enable seamless and secure remote connectivity. So, in today's remote first work environment, secure remote access is critical for both maintaining productivity and protecting sensitive information. This presentation outlines key strategies and tools for ensuring seamless and secure connectivity for remote workers. The rise of remote work. First is workforce flexibility. The pandemic accelerated the shift towards remote and hybrid work models, empowering employees to work from anywhere. So, workforce flexibility, employees can work from anywhere thanks to hybrid and remote models. So, second is cost savings. Reduced overhead for physical office spaces and commuting expenses have made remote work an attractive option for businesses. So, businesses save on office and commuting costs. And next is the talent acquisition. So, remote work has expanded the talent pool, allowing companies to hire the best candidates regardless of location. Organization can hire top talent without having limited by geographical boundaries. So I will give you some examples for these three. Example for the workforce flexibility. During the pandemic, excuse me, during the pandemic, ABC Tech adopted a flexible work from home policy. So this allowed employees to balance personal and professional responsibilities while maintaining productivity. A software engineer, for instance, could work from a coffee shop or their home office. So work from home like that. So cost of saving example is retail corporation. So reduce expenses excuse me. Reduce expenses by downsizing office spaces and switching to cloud-based tools for remote collaboration. With employees no longer commuting, the company saved significant costs on office utilities and transportation allowances. So it will less the cost of transportations or some office utilities. Next is the talent acquisition example. So, example, Dev Incorporation, a startup corporation. So, hired a skilled developer from another country without needing to relocate them. This approach expanded their talent pool and ensured they had access to the best expertise regardless of location. So, it means even you are on the other country, you can hire a expert on this field so that the the location will not be the problem anymore. You can hire an expert for that what we call for that spot, so without needing to transfer the worker from the office. So it will be work from home or remote work. Thank you. Next.
Common remote access challenges. First, security risks. Increased exposure to cyber threats like malware, phishing, and unauthorized access when working remotely. Cybersecurity risks are potential threats that can compromise data, system, or networks, leading to breaches, theft, or disruption. Common risks include phishing, malware, data breaches, DDoS attacks, weak password, insider threats, unpatched software, and vulnerabilities in IoT devices. Second is network vulnerabilities. Unsecured home networks and public Wi-Fi can compromise data and system when accessing the sources remotely. Network vulnerabilities are weaknesses or flaws in a network infrastructure that can be exploited by attackers to gain unauthorized access, disrupt services, or steal data. Common network vulnerabilities include insecure Wi-Fi networks, unpatched software, weak firewalls, misconfigured computers, lack of encryption, and improper access control. The third one is productivity concern. Maintaining employee engagement and collaboration can be more challenging in a remote environment. Productivity concern refers to challenges that affect an individual's or organization's ability to efficiently achieve goals and meet deadlines. Common productivity concerns include distractions, lack of time management, poor communication, unclear priorities, inadequate tools or resources, and burnout from excessive workloads.
Principle of secure remote access. So number one is strong authentication. So implement multi-factor authentication to verify user identities and prevent unauthorized access. So yung multi-factor authentication niya is ginagamit ng dalawang magkaibang paraan para ma-verify yung identity ng user tulad ng password at yung isang code na isa-send sa cellphone. So, kapag ganito yung setup nyo guys is kahit makuha ng attacker yung password mo, hindi pa rin nila ma-access yung account mo kung wala silang second na verification. And number two is least privilege access. So, grant employees the minimum level of access required to perform their duties potential damage. So, yung prinsipyo ng least privilege is binibigyan lang ng mga empleyado ng access na kailangan nila para sa mga trabaho nila. Kung um, kung ma-hack ulit yung account nila, ganun. So, limitado lang yung makaka-access ng mga hacker or attacker. And number three is encryption and tunneling. So, secure data in transit through encryption and create a private encrypted tunnel for remote connection. So, ito naman yung encryption na ginagawang scrambled o hindi mabasa yung mga data maliban na kung meron silang decryption key. So, yung tunneling naman is parang gumagawa ng secure na daanan para sa data. Kaya, protektado yung mga threats tulad ng mga eavesdropping o interception. So, for example, yung paggamit ng virtual private network or tinatawag na VPN. So, encrypted ang connection ng remote employees kahit nasa public wifi sila, ganun. So, hindi pa rin ma-intercept ang data nila. So, hindi mababasa ng mga hackers. Yung number 4 is endpoint security. So, ensure remote devices are protected with antivirus, firewalls, and other security measures. So, yung mga endpoint naman is tulad ng mga laptops, cellphone. Yun yung mga madalas na target ng mga cyber attacks dahil nga yung entry point mapupunta sa network. So, yung antivirus naman is nagdedetect at nagtatanggal ng malware habang Habang yung mga firewalls naman is nagba-block ng yung parang binablock nila ng unauthorized network traffic. So yung example niya is regular updates or patching ng software. So nagbibigay ng mga solusyon sa mga butas na system, ganun. Tapos, endpoint detection tools ay nagmamonitor ng activities ng device para maagapan ng anumang video bago pa ito lumalabas.
VPN and their role in remote access. VPNs are a powerful tool for securing remote access and protecting data, but they should be complemented with additional measures such as the multi-factor authentication, endpoint security, tsaka advanced firewall for a more robust security framework. So first, we have VPN basics. So VPN basics are virtual private networks. VPN. Create a secure encrypted tunnel between the user's device and the internet or a private network. This ensures all the data transmitted is protected from unauthorized access by masking with the user IP address. VPN also hide their online activities, it providing an extra layer of the privacy. Next is the VPN benefits. Here meron tayong tatlong benefits. So we have the secure remote connectivity, location concealment, tsaka protection against cyber threats. VPNs enable go muna tayo sa may secure remote connectivity. So VPNs enable users to access private networks securely and making them an essential tool for remote work or accessing sensitivity system. And second one is the location concealment. By routing traffic through remote servers, VPN observes or obscure users geographical location, enhancing privacy and bypassing geo restrictions. And the last one is protecting against cyber threats. VPN safeguard data from the eavesdropping and protecting against the man in the middle, or what should I say, MITM attacks, which are common in unsecured public networks. So, multi-factor authentication, a critical layer. Multi-factor authentication is an essential layer or modern cybersecurity. By combining password and additional verification methods, organization can significantly enhance protection for their system and users. As cyber threats grow more sophisticated, MFA is a critical component of a robust security strategy. So first we have the password. The problem with the password is that traditional password-based authentication is increasingly vulnerable to attacks such as phishing, brute force, or credential theft. Password cannot guarantee the security needed for sensitive system and data. Smartphones. One Dito sa smartphones, it is a mobile device can use for one-time codes, push notification, or biometric verification. So yung one-time codes is the application like Google Authenticator generate time sensitivity codes. Tapos yung push notification naman, users receive the prompt to approve login attempts. And then the biometric verification, this the device use fingerprint or face recognition for added security. And then security tokens. Hardware security keys provide an additional layer of authentication for remote access. So We have the hardware security key. It is the devices like YubiKey provide physical tokens that authenticate users. And then we have the USB and NFC devices. It plugs into or tap against devices for authentications. Lastly is the biometrics. Fingerprint, facials, or iris, iri- iris recognition can replace or supplement password-based authentication. We have the fingerprint scanner. It is a quick, secure user verifications. Tapos yung facial recognition, uses sa facial features. So yung it's either yung mukha mo, ganon, or it is for authentication. Tapos yung iris scans, it is a highly acute or accurate from the biometric authentication.
Cloud-based remote access solutions. Virtual desktop. Cloud-hosted virtual desktops provide secure centralized access to applications and data from any device. Nagbibigay ito ng secure at centralized ng access sa applications at data mula sa kahit anong device. Secure file sharing. Cloud-based file sharing and collaboration platforms enable remote teams to access and work on files securely. Tumutulong ito sa remote teams na mag-collaborate at mag-share ng files ng ligtas gamit ang cloud-based platform. Identity management. Integrated identity and access management systems control and monitor user access to corporate resources. Pinamamahalaan at minomonitor nito ang access ng users sa corporate resources gamit ang Integrated Identity at Access Management System.
So, best practice for effective remote access. So, number one, implement strong authentication. Implement means using robust methods to verify a user identity, ensuring that only authorized individuals can access system or data. This often involves multi-factor authentication MFA, which combines two or more verification factors, such as something the user knows, password has security token, or is biometric data. Strong authentication enhance security by introducing the rest of authorized access of protecting sensitive information from cyber threats. So number two, enforce less privilege access. Privilege access insecure the users and system only have the minimum information needed to perform their tasks by restricting access to sensitive resources. The principal reduces the attack surface and limit and potential damage from errors or branches. It is a critical security measures to protect data and system while maintaining operational efficiency. Number three, utilize VPN and encryption. Utilizing VPN and encryption helps protect data by ensuring it is transmitted securely over the internet. VPN's virtual private network create a secure encrypted connection between a user's device and a network, safeguarding data from interception. Encryption ensuring that sensitive information remains unavailable to unauthorized parties, whether in transit or at rest. So next, regularly updating device. Ensure that they have a less security patches and features, protecting them from known vulner, vulnerabilities. Updates often fix bugs and improve performance, reducing the risk of exploitation by attackers, keeping device can a simple but crucial step in maintaining a secure and efficient system. That's it. Thank you.